Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Today on using the workbench to build the workbench, we're doing some cross bracing. I think you can see this here. I'm going to do a cross brace about like yay. That should help the stability of the bench in this sort of racking direction. This is my first go. We're doing a crisscross applesauce half lap join. Not sure why, it felt like a challenge, I guess. And the first one has turned out rather ugly. In the case of with enough construction adhesive, all things are possible. I may god some glue into it here or whatever, but it's relatively the correct shape. So that's cool. We're going to chuck that one aside here. Now that I have sort of an idea of the process, we're going to do the second one. I'll show you kind of some bits about how it goes, I guess. So right now I just have these deck screwed together. These deck screws are like the duct tape of screws. Deck screws and, what's the other one? Drywall screws. They're like the duct tape of fasteners. And so I've set this up in the right sort of position. And we've got traced lines in here on both sides where it has to be carved out. Kerblam. I want these ends to be roughly parallel, kind of like that, because they'll match up against the parallel of the legs, right? Makes sense in my head. And should be good because this is a select piece of building lumber. So we're going to knock these back apart, bolt it down to the bench here with some clamp action, and I'll get to the next step for you. Alright, so we have ourselves clamped in here. Once again, it's kind of meta. That's so meta. It's kind of meta to use the workbench to help build the workbench, and I get a kick out of that. So we're going to come in here with the old Rust Bucket 6000 thrift store hero saw. And you know what, if you're nervous about starting those cuts, get in here with a chunk of scrap wood and you can guide. And you can guide your direction this way, and you can guide your direction this way onto your line. It may not be totally typical to do this. A lot of people use their thumb or finger in there to guide, and you can do that too. No harm, no foul. But I thought this would be kind of a fun idea too. I'm just going to drive it right in on the line. Trying to get my line established here, doing this method. I thought I'd try it out. Yep, so there's my line. And the idea with the sawing is that you want to go in this way, down, I'll show you this side. You go cutting this way down to the line there, so that you're not going to go too deep, and you're going to sight your saw this way along the line as you cut down this way. Then when you get down to the approximate depth, you start easing her back this way and cut down across the line to the approximate depth on the other side. That'll no doubt leave you with a bit of a Humpty Dumpty in the middle of approximately 12.73 degrees, and that's okay because you can go flat this way and cut it down until both ends are approximately where you need them. Now, this isn't what you would call fine furniture cabinetry or anything. So we're just going to give her beans, and I'll show you in real time what this looks like. So we're down to about the mark here on the inside edge. Now I can start easing it down across the line. So we're getting down to the line here, and you can see it's kind of a hump in the middle. That's all right. Woo! Giddy up. We'll get under her there. That's about as deep as that needs to go. So I'll do another one here, of course, and then maybe another couple here just to break up the waste wood a bit. So there's our roughly parallel lines. Hopefully these two are mostly parallel. I'm not going to measure it because they're cut now. Doesn't matter. We will adjust as necessary. So remember, one of the mottos of the shop, if you're going to fist, power fist. But I suppose if you're going to power fist, double power fist. We're going to double fist this thing a little bit. And I like to come in here about half. You know, and take half of your cut. And we'll just see what this does. There's a knot here, a couple of knot spots, which is always a good time. It always amuses and amazes me how easily this construction lumber just blows out like this. I'm going to be a little bit careful to not load up against this narrow end here. I'm going to hit that from this side first. Just to, you know, hedge your bets a little. There we go. Like, this is big material removal. It takes very little work, very little time, and clearly no talent. So, you know, and almost anybody could do this. And this gives us an opening into the next one. Blam. Blam, there's one of those little knot jobbies sticking up there. Go! I'm not going to make you watch this whole endeavor, but once you get close, and I might need to get a little closer, but I'll show you anyway. You can put her flat side down, bevel up, and just coast it along here. And the stuff still just flakes out because you're going across grain and it's soft anyway. So I'm down to or a little below my line there. That's okay. Again, not precision furniture making. And we're going to go here. Just dig a little of this end out. And once you're getting close, like this section here, the edges of your chisel are parallel to each other, so you can use it as a tool, to measure across like this. And you can see if you lay it into your slot like that and it sits like this, you know, you get a hump on this end. Sits like this, hump on the other end. If it rocks in the middle really bad, hump in the middle. So you can read it with your chisel like that. Once the spots get small enough that you can't see them by eye. Like I said, it's not fine furniture making or cabinetry. We're not putting Paul Sellers to shame here. If you don't know who Paul Sellers is and you like woodworking, get you some Paul Sellers. He's amazing. It's like the Bob Ross of woodworking. And so we'll try our test fit here. Oh geez, no, I'm just kidding. Look at that. That works out okay. Now the gap is bigger here, but that's because of the angle, or at least that's my excuse. I'll take a straight edge across here. That's awesome. That's working out just nicely so far. Yes, yes, yes. And we'll get this next one chucked up in the bench and get working on that. And we'll be back. We're ready to try our crisscross applesauce, double half lap, crisscross, whatever joint thing. We got her all snagged out. There, and you can see it's kind of woggly, and that's okay. That gives us lots of room for construction adhesive. And just straight edge her across the fit here. That's not bad at all. I might take just a kiss out of this side here, but it doesn't really need it. Oh yeah, straight edge, there. Wonder bar, so that's going to work. Sure, it's a sloppy looking joint. You know, I'm sure we've all been in a couple of sloppy looking joints before. no shame in that. But if you were doing this to make something pretty, you would want to cut inside the line. I cut right down the line just for speed, but you would want to cut inside of the line and kind of sneak your way up on the line as you test it a little bit. But I'm perfectly happy with that for the purposes here. And we'll glog her full of construction snot and clamp her down good and call it a day. Just gonna get in here with the construction snot. Don't be stingy with your love. I think that's probably close to sufficient. Alright, so we get our gnarly old lumber bits here. Lumber bits, by the way, was my nickname in high school. Now, let's get her seated in here. Alright, this part can squish in. Skies have been busy today. That sounds military to me, if you guys can hear that. Alright, so there we are, mushed together. And we'll check our straight edgedness. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good there. Once again, utilizing the workbench, we will clamp it. I'm going to clamp her this way so that it's not, so it can't move like in a twisty way as it dries. Like that. Oh, those are power fist too. I was triple power fisting. That's a pro move. Any of you amateurs out there should not try that. Yeah, it's got a bit of a hook to her there. Good. There we go. That's reefed down tight. And that'll make us a little cross brace. Awesome. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, washing your hands, staying home when you can. Don't lick the public spaces or anything like that, and take care of your family and your friends however you can, and we'll see you next time.